And the idea of a presidential run for Biden has picked up steam with the start of a group called the Draft Biden. A man who is part of that group joins us now. Steve Shale. Also joining us is senior Rick Perry policy advisor Avik Roy. Avik, I want to start with you first. Latest Quinnipiac poll showing that Joe Biden is running better than Clinton against top Republicans. It also finds that Trump, his lead in the GOP field, is growing as Clinton's Democratic lead is shrinking. Nothing shocks you there. I think you told me at the break, but you said still interesting. Why? Donald Trump continues to gain and add to his winning margin. Yeah, there's clearly a group of people in the Republican electorate and the general electorate, because there's obviously a lot of non-Republicans who are showing up in these polls supporting Trump, that support him, that find his message compelling. The fact that he's a non-politician is, I think, very interesting to a lot of people. I think the fact that Biden is performing better than Hillary isn't surprising either. For all the Republicans who are rooting for Joe Biden to get in this race because they want that competition on the Democratic side, Biden would be a tougher opponent, I believe, in a general election than Hillary would be. All right, Steve, can you explain to us Draft Biden, this group that you're a part of?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, at this point, clearly the vice president's working through his own process to make a decision. And running for president, as Avik knows, is a hugely consequential decision anybody will make in their life. So while the vice president's working through his process, our job is to go out there and work to raise money, to talk to some donors, and really begin to build some grassroots infrastructure in those early states.
What are you seeing as far as his fundraising abilities are concerned?
Well, I tell you what, I've actually been astonished. Just, you know, the phone calls I've gotten, the texts and emails I've gotten from donors, some who are with Clinton right now, some who are on the sideline, really prove to me there's a lot of energy out there for him if he decides to run.
And it surprised you, the amount that you're seeing, or is it in line with what you thought you would see for Biden?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think anybody who's ever dealt with Joe Biden in their life knows he's one of the nicest guys, one of the most genuine people you ever meet. I don't know anybody really on either side that doesn't like the guy. So I'm not surprised that folks would be excited about helping somebody they really do like.
All right, so Avik, the Rick Perry campaign, we recently had him on this program. His campaign taking a hit. You've seen it in the news. His campaign recently lost Iowa campaign director Sam Clovis to the Donald Trump campaign, and now Politico is reporting the campaign is, quote, on death watch. Does it signal the beginning of the end for the Perry campaign? He said otherwise when he was on this program, but what do you think? Yeah, no, I mean, we're continuing to execute just like we were before. Yeah, would I rather get paid than not get paid? Absolutely. But I didn't move from New York City to Austin for the money. I did it because I believed in Rick Perry. This is the guy with the best economic record by far of anyone running in this race, and the guy with, I think, the most compelling agenda by far. He's given a compelling speech on the persistence of black poverty, what to do about economic opportunity for minorities, what to do about Wall Street reform. As far as money is concerned, does he can he stay in this? Yeah, he can stay in this. He's got a super PAC that's raised $17 million, I believe, is the current figure. The campaign, the core campaign, continues to raise money. But what does this say about Trump taking one of his people? Well, I mean, that's Sam Clovis has to do what he has to do for his own, I mean, that's his choice. I mean, but I'd say for myself, I'm in for Perry, and I'm going to continue to work with Rick Perry. Because some would say that represents the state of the campaign.
Yeah. What would you say to like a cyclical analyst like me that would say that Rick probably got a little lucky with his economic record with $100 to $150 oil in that state?
Actually, I think that's been what's so compelling about the Texas economic record is we've continued to add jobs in Texas despite oil going from $100 to $39. So if you look at the
that's a very recent move, but his record does go, is really the oil bubble period.
No, I wouldn't say that at all. So it's a very diversified economy. If you look at the percentage of energy jobs in Texas in 1980 versus today, it's about half. So even though oil prices have come down, there's continued to be job growth. Texas added 1.5 million jobs from 2007 to 2014.
How many of those were tech jobs that were imported from other states?
So some of it was tech jobs, a lot of it's healthcare and education, and some of it's energy. It's a pretty diversified and robust. All the people who looked at this have said that if you actually look at it closely, the Dallas Fed has done a lot of great research on this. It's a robust, diversified economic.
But the metaphor is if you've been to Austin, Texas, it's just incredible what's happened there.
The real estate market there is nuts. My sister owns a home there. They get phone calls from realtors saying, "Will you sell your home?" I mean, it's quite nuts. Nice. Steve, last question to you. Vice President Biden reportedly told the Democratic National Committee yesterday that he may not have the emotional fuel, as he put it, for a presidential run. Your thoughts on that?
Well, again, this is intensely personal for him. Obviously, he's just suffered a major tragedy in his family. Running for president at any point in your life is difficult and a tough call. So, our job is to give him the space to make his own decision, and while he's making his own decision, ensure there's some campaign infrastructure ready for him, assuming he decides to run.
All right, Avik Roy and Steve Shale, thanks to both of you for joining us this morning.
Thanks a lot.